All right, guys. With that down, let's get into our main topics here today, shall we? Paris, what do we got up first?
All right. Well, in the midst of its parent company, Cineworld, going in and out of bankruptcy, Regal Cinemas has announced that they are undertaking a $250 million upgrade project. So according to The Hollywood Reporter, the raise is intended to boost its already existing locations, 425 theaters across the country, with enhancements like luxury recliners and other amenities. So, John, is this a good use of Regal's money?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So let me say yes. This is a good use of the money. That if in the cash-strapped theater system right now, especially Regal, because their owner Cineworld, as you pointed out, have been going in and out of bankruptcy. This is a lot of money to start throwing around. Some people might even ask, "Hey, with everything being so financially precarious right now, is now a good time to be raising and spending $250 million?" And I would say, that's exactly why this is a good time to be spending $250 million. Look, we are still living in the getting to the post-pandemic world when it comes to theaters. In the world, we're post-pandemic. In the movie industry, we're still kind of working our way out of the last bit of shadows of it. And they understand that you aren't just, when you're a movie theater, you're not just selling a movie. You're selling an experience. You're selling a night out, right? It's not just the movie that's on the screen. It's, are the snacks good? Are the seats comfortable? Do you have a wow factor of going to the movies? Do you enjoy yourself overall? You're selling a night out or an afternoon out, whatever experience. And I'll tell you what, I remember the first time I walked into that, we had our offices at the AMC Burbank 16 when I was doing AMC Movie Talk. And that became the first theater that they installed that prime theater with the leather motorized reclining seats. Mm-hmm. And dude, I still remember the first time we went into that theater and the first time we watched a movie in that. And we walked out and I turned to Ann and I said, I think I've been ruined now. Because I going to the movies is not,
back now.
Won't be the same other than this type of an experience, right? So then we've seen other things. We went to that Cinemark, that's right.
One time.
That one time.
And I will never let anyone forget that was one of the best experiences because of one of the big things was their reclining seats.
Their reclining seats were great. Their tables were great. All that kind of stuff.
And every time we go to AMC and you guys book me a ticket, we're watching something and I see Auditorium 16, I'm so happy. But when I see Auditorium 1, I'm like, do I really want to see this movie? And that's the IMAX theater. And the IMAX theater is good, has regular seats. I just love watching a movie, no matter what length, in the recliner seats.
Yeah, it's
I've
just
gotten so spoiled. What took them so long?
But even more than that, like other upgrades, like making sure, because listen, your first experience, your first impressions are everything. I love walking. A lot of AMC movie theaters have like these big grand murals of classic movie scenes and stuff. There's something to be said about the wow factor when you walk. I remember there was this big movie theater in Edmonton when Edmonton had the world's largest mall and they had a big movie theater in it. But right above the movie theater inside the mall was this giant 60-foot dragon that every 5 minutes would start to move and smoke would come out. And then it would lift its head and they literally had flamethrowers.
That's so cool.
Fire coming out. It just made me love going to the movie theater, right?
Some people died, but it was cool.
Yeah, people died, but whatever. So here's the thing. Investing this money into upgrading the moviegoer's experience absolutely 100% is a good use of the money. That being said, if you have a car and your tire is flat and you go out and get a new paint job, install a brand new stereo, get some nice seat cushions and stuff like that put in, have you made your car riding experience better? Yes, you have. But have you addressed the key problem with your car right now? The tire, you haven't. And while I do think all this stuff they're talking about spending their money on is good stuff, 100% I do, I still think the movie theater industry, Regal, AMC, Cinemark, everybody, I still think there are some core issues that they're not addressing right now. One of the big issues, you know it as me, is the absolute nonsense of them playing like a half hour of commercials and trailers before a movie's supposed to start. That ruins people's experience. The cost of buying snacks at the concession stand. Listen, we understand that that's how movie theaters make their money. But paying $8 for a Coke, I think everybody on the planet understands you need a good profit margin. We know that. But paying $8 for a Coke that I can get for 50 cents somewhere else, that's got to be addressed. I'm not saying make it $2, but that's got to be addressed. Things like this, look at the paint job, put in a better stereo, yes. But in the midst of doing all this, I would encourage the movie theaters like Regal to don't ignore those key problems of length of trailers, expensive going to the concession stand, like those. Make sure these things get addressed as well.
And let's face it, a lot of us, like me before, will work at a desk, right? A 9-to-5 job. The last thing you want, if let's say you're going to a movie theater, is to be sitting in a chair that's just as uncomfortable as your desk chair. I think it's. I don't have a recliner at home that's like the ones in the Dolby Theater, so it's almost like it will help people choose this theater over another theater.
Absolutely will,
because of their comfort, and
not only choose one theater over another. When it comes close to deciding what am I going to do with my evening, it will help them choose to go to the theater at all.
Right.
Yeah.
If they know they're going to go and have a nice, relaxing, comfortable experience, it all helps. But again, just don't ignore those other factors that still need to be addressed. We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. You know, guys, it's one of the most unfortunate human tendencies that we have to try to compare our life to others. And social media plays a big part of that. Comparison is like the thief of joy, and it's easy to envy other people's lives because on the surface, it might look like they have it all together on their Instagram or YouTube, but in reality, they probably don't. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. Give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Do you think Regal putting up $250 million to do upgrades to the theaters is a good thing? I do. Or do you think that's all nice, but it's not the reason I don't go? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.